and see if he can get him uncomfortable or make mistakes. When he's here, notice he put his hand on his head. And you just start to get to know people and you build relationships with them, and it's enjoyable to come in and maybe boop someone in the nose once in a while. And then you kind of build a squad. It is unlike any other sport I've really ever done. Coming in is the hardest part.
I'd say we're very open as a community. It's a very fun group. I mean, I think it changes people's life. I mean, to be honest, I know that sounds grandiose and, you know, kind of out there, but it really is the truth. I have seen people come in with very little confidence. You see their outside life. And I mean, we've had people tell us, like, not just, hey, I can see a change in you. Like, people come up to us and say, hey, when I started here, my life was in shambles. I didn't have any confidence. And this has helped me to, you know, improve my work life, my family life. You know, I say it a lot. Jiu-jitsu covers a lot of bases around, you know, what we don't get in this world right now. Community, hard work, fitness, self-defense. And that just all of those things encompassing, you know, being encompassed in what we do, it allows people to feel confident when you're walking down the street. You know, knowing that you're doing something difficult, you've got a good community, it just helps people. I mean, I literally can see it, you know, I've seen it change people's life. Some jiu-jitsu places are very structured, very like classic bow-in, you know, sensei kind of thing. We're not like that. I think that you would come in here, feel welcomed, and, you know, even though it's an intimidating environment.
The community of it is really what keeps people here, because it's a tough sport as far as like, it's not easy, but lifting weights isn't easy.
If you look at who we are as a community, the classic like historic approach to martial arts and those kind of places are not closed-minded as, you know, as such, but they are, you know, you're not coming into my gym if you have a logo of your gym, you know, or that kind of thing, or they really care about lineage or like, who was your black belt, you know, and I think that that can be something that isn't for everybody. It is for some people, and, you know, I tell everybody, like, find what works for you, but I think we're a destination. Like, we could move this gym 5 miles away, 10 miles away, and a large number of our people are gonna come. I think that the community as a whole, just the positivity and being in here struggling together, I think it brings in all types of folks, and I think everyone is super comfortable, and I think it creates like a very inclusive environment, you know? Like one of those scenarios where everyone feels welcome, which I think is awesome.
Come on.
Keep on. 2 more.
Go, go, go. Push, push, push.
That's it. Appreciate it. You know, I trained around the city for the last 10 years, and there just wasn't a gym that had everything. You didn't have a gym that catered to lifestyle lifters, bodybuilders, power lifters, and I would love to be the person to do that in Charlotte, and I guess you could say we kind of currently are. My passion for fitness started when I was a little bit younger. I was going into my freshman year. You're basically a practice dummy for the varsity. I got ran over by these bigger, faster, stronger dudes all year long, and I was like, never again. So I got in the weight room, started working out, and then it also made me a much better athlete. And I started working out with my dad. Me and him trained together starting my sophomore year. You know, it built a foundation for us to communicate. You know, you talk about everything under the sun. It's obviously more than working out. Old school, more hardcore lifting, and these types of gyms are actually becoming more popular again. There's a huge movement away from club gyms. You go in there and everybody's on top of each other. Nobody takes care of nothing. There's no gym etiquette. You know, QC Pumphouse is basically built off of is the old school bodybuilding, get after it, you know, bust your ass mentality with modern aesthetics and modern equipment. When you walk through the door, you have the best bodybuilders in the world on the wall. You have that just motivating, driving force when you come in here. Everybody's here to get better, and everybody's here to support each other. It doesn't matter to me if you're in here doing a HIIT workout or a power workout, but you're here to get better. When it comes to values, you know, just be respectful, take care of the equipment, help others out. You know what I mean? Be a good human while you're in here getting a good lift in. Do I think Charlotte would ever have anything like the Arnold or anything like that? I think that it absolutely could happen. The fitness culture in Charlotte is growing. Up until last last year, there's only a couple privately owned gyms in Charlotte. So, you know, you have your commercial gyms that just moved into the Charlotte market in the last couple years. That's not gym culture. That's a club gym. It's getting better. It's not the best by any means, but with gyms like this being around the city, absolutely helps that and is a driving force in making Charlotte a bodybuilding city, or I wouldn't say a bodybuilding city, a fitness city.
Let's go push, pull, jack. Cross country jack. The movement, you can really isolate the triceps. So you're right here at 90 degrees, full extension, kick back, and then bring it right there, right? My journey, I started off doing strongman, which is like Atlas stones, flipping tires, and I've kind of landed where strength training is like the king of all training, and everything else kind of is supplemental. No one else was doing it. Everyone was doing HIIT or something like that. And I did that for a little bit because it was popular, but then I realized people aren't getting the results they want. They were getting results until they weren't. And I thought to myself, what have I done for results? What do? I strength train primarily. So it's like, why would I try to sell someone something that I wouldn't do every day? So I was like, strength training has to be the foundation. We have HIIT classes, but it's supplemental. So I'm a man of faith, right? And so when I was starting this business, I had actually come from another business that I started, and I was trying to figure out how to get this started. And I just felt like on my heart to give something for free away and to always do it, because just to remember, like, I was humbled in that moment. And I had people help lift me up to help me get this started. So it's like my way of giving back to the community. It's always giving something for free, even if it means that it undercuts us a little bit. But I enjoy being able to see people in here, even if they never pay for membership, they're at least getting one more day of exercise, one step closer to being healthier. The vision has shifted, right? Because it's a combination of, I wanted to be the best gym in the city. And I think recently it's just, over time, because it's hard being an entrepreneur. It's hard, you know, working long hours. And then it's like, okay, do I want to be known for being the best gym in the city or a gym that gives back to its community? And that's one of the things where that's why we did an event with Foster Village Charlotte, because we want to support the community in that sense, the children in Charlotte. We're trying to work with, you know, local businesses and local charities to help raise money for certain things. So I would say, I want our gym community to be known for helping the city, helping people in need, but also being freaking strong. So I think the way to build a successful community is you got to be genuine. Genuine in who you are. It can't be fake, because you can't keep that up for long. And you got to be passionate about what you're doing. So like, I love fitness, strength training, challenging, encouraging people. And it just kind of comes out of me. It's one of those things where even on my worst day, I'd rather be training people because it's what I love to do.
You know, I just think back to when I first opened the store 25 years ago. You know, it was a very tight-knit community back then. But it was mostly middle-aged white people. And, you know, just to see how Charlotte's grown, and with it, the community has grown. And, you know, like Carrie said earlier, just the diversity in this city that it's become. And, you know, the great thing is even though that community has grown, it's still really, really tight knit. It's got people from all walks of life, but you can go in this town and run into people you never expect to see, because, you know, it's still a pretty small footprint for the amount of people that are here.
Our primary goal is to make sure that we're giving back to Charlotte, treating Charlotte better, leaving it better than when we touched it. I say it all the time, we want to collaborate, we don't want to exploit. There's a huge difference. Never want to walk into a community and then take something and bring it back and act like we're the first ones to kick it off, or leave them worse off than where they were when we came into it. That's what makes us different. For me, running is an opportunity to challenge yourself, an opportunity to be disciplined, right? You know you got to get up, you know you got to get it done. And it's just a chance to grow. The running culture in Charlotte has definitely paralleled running booms, like whether it was a pandemic or whether it was a recession or whether it was a specialty run in the history of it coming back to life. The culture of running in Charlotte is definitely become a little bit more mainstream, a little bit more pop culture. Now people take it as an opportunity to maybe meet a significant other, to get to learn the city.
I've seen it grow from, like I said, when I first opened, there was really only one running club. It just was only about 100, 150 people. I've seen that expand over the years. You know, now Charlotte's got, I can't even count how many run clubs there are. And they're all very, welcoming.
But now it's a family. And I think that is solely based on my experience with the community that we serve. People like to look out for each other. People like to socialize with each other. People like to check in on each other. Just hang out with one another. So that is what I would say would be the evolution of the running culture in Charlotte. Another is there weren't that 25 to 35 demographic. We were trying to figure out how to get them as lifers. But now they're the ones that are selling out the races. There's the ones that are coming in for all the super comp shoes and the most up-to-date foam or whatever else you want to call it. And so it's cool to see the transition of people that enjoyed running to now the people that will be, I guess, taking that mantle and carrying it on.
I would say Charlotte's culture, the best way I could describe it is a young, upcoming city with a lot of room for opportunity.
Kind of in its infancy. It's like just starting to build, and I think it's really expanded over that time. So like music and arts and theater and sports teams.
I don't know, it's a hodgepodge, it's a mix, But that we're eclectic, and maybe that's our culture, is that we got so many things going on. All I know is that I'm excited for the next 25 years to be a part of Charlotte's culture.
Charlotte's culture, I'll go back to one of my earlier answers and say Charlotte's culture is the people. And it's fluid and ever changing because as a city, we're growing every single day. Can't remember the number, but it's ridiculous, the amount of people that move to Charlotte on a daily basis. And I think that that's incredible. We're a melting pot of all different types of people, all different shapes, colors, sizes, and it's great to see how they can all mesh together. We love each other in Charlotte.
Rapping for the Queen City. Charlotte's got it buzzing. Underestimated, but we up and coming. It's the Queen City, where we all come together, lift each other up until we shining like the weather. It's the Queen City. And if you didn't know, we all about the culture in the 704. It's the Queen City. We gon' hold it down. Everybody do it for the crown. Rapping for the Queen